So let's start para sa atong next topic, para sa atong assessment and evaluation in mathematics. So dito sa chapter 4, item analysis and validation. So for the introduction, the teacher normally prepares a draft of the test. Such a draft is subjected to item analysis and validation in order to ensure that the final version of the test would be useful and functional. First, the teacher tries out the draft test to a group of students similar characteristics as the intended test takers. That is the tryout phase. So actually, di ba, kung magbuhat jud kag test, kailangan jud sa moagi sa draft and tryout phase. Okay, from the tryout group, each item will be analyzed in terms of its ability to discriminate between those who know and those who do not know. And also, it's the level of the difficulty, that is the item analysis phase. Okay, so that's the item analysis will provide information that will allow the teacher to decide whether to revise or replace the item. Item revision phase. Okay, so actually, na jud siya process, no? Dili jud na basta-basta nga magbuhat jud kag exam or test, imo na yung pa diretso dayon sa students. Actually, naandyan na siya yung process. Mo na to siya ang item analysis. Tryout phase, yun nga, natay item analysis phase. Then after that, that is the item revision phase. Then finally, the final draft of the test is subjected to validation. If the intent is to make use of the test as a standard test for the particular unit or grading period, we shall be concerned with these concepts in this chapter. So first na to dire ang item analysis, there are two important characteristics of an item that will be interest of the teacher. These are the item difficulty and the discrimination index. So we shall learn how to measure these characteristics to apply our knowledge in making a decision about the item in question. So the difficulty of an item or item difficulty is defined as the number of students who were able to answer the item correctly divided by the total number of students. So we have here the item difficulty is equal to the number of students with the correct answer divide the total number of students. So nakuha ni siya. Okay, para sa item difficulty. So himo siyang decimal. And of course, express din mo siya to percentage. So times din mo siya 100%. No? So example, kung ang imong students kay 30, nya 5 ray naka-correct, di 5/30. Then pagkakuha nimo sa decimal, multiply nimo 100%. So mo to siya ang nahitabo for item difficulty. So pareha ani. What is the item difficulty index of the item if 25 students were unable to answer it correctly? Unable ha? While 75 answer it correctly. So meaning they are 100. Okay, 25 plus 75, 100 students niya, 75 man ang nakakuha correctly. So there are 75%. Kay 0.75 man ni siya times 100%, 75%. So meaning yung difficulty, item difficulty natin is nasa 75. So karon tanawon nato unsa ang type of difficulty index. That's one of problem. That is it may not actually indicate that the problem is difficult or easy. So a student who does not know the subject matter will naturally be unable to answer the item correctly even if the question is easy. So nadyo yung mga inanano nga wala na discuss sa klase, no? Bahalag sayon ra ang question, kita na jud nakasabot ana. So, kita may magbuhat sa test. Bahalag sayon pero if wala na discuss sa klase, mahulog jud siya ano jud, no? Lisod. No? Difficult is item depende jud na napay mga item nga easy. So how do we decide on the basis of this index whether the item is too difficult or too easy? So we have here the following: use arbitrary rule for the literature. So we have here the range of the difficulty index 0.0 to 0.25 difficult. Automatic ang imong action ani revise or discard. Pag 0.26 to 0.75, right difficulty, that is retain. Pag 0.76 above naman siya, mahulog siya nga easy. So, revise na sad or discard ka. Okay? So, bahalag sa yun or lisod na ay action nato diri nga revise or discard. So, dapat ang iyang difficulty index na siya sa 26% to 75%. Okay? So, the difficult items tend to discriminate between those who know and those who do not know the answer. Conversely, items easy items cannot discriminate between of those two of students. We are therefore interested in deriving a measure that will tell us whether an item can discriminate between these two groups of students. Such a measure is called the index of discrimination. So we have here the easy way to derive such a measure is to measure how difficult an item is with respect to those in the upper 25% of the class and how difficult it is with respect to those in the lower 25% of the class. So if the upper 25% of the class found the item is easy, yet the lower 25% found it difficult, then we should discriminate the item properly between these two groups. So, pareha ani, di ba? This is below 25%, gani above 25%. Okay, so muna mahulog siya nga revise or discard. So, the discrimination index, okay, we have DU minus DL. Mao ni siya ang index of discrimination. So example, obtain the index of discrimination of item if the upper 25% of the class has the difficulty index of 0.6, that is 60% of the upper 25% got the correct answer, while the lower 25% of the class had the difficulty index of 0.2. So, ang mahitabuan na para makuha nimo ang index of discrimination, imo siyang i-minus. Ang DU, okay, 0.6, that is yung 60%, okay, while the DL is 0.2 or 20%. Okay, thus the discrimination index is 0.4 or 40%. Okay, so nakuha siya ang sa index of discrimination. Theoretically, the index of discrimination can range from -1, okay, to 1. When ang DU na to 0 and then ang DL na to 1, or makaingon ka nga ang highest na to 1, so nara siya sa -1, okay, -1 to 1. Ito na tong X, kaya ang boundary raman niya, okay, nara sa -1 to 1. Okay, pag ang DU na to 1, DL na to 0. Upper lower na siya ha sa discrimination of index niya. When the discrimination of index is equal to 1, this means that all of the lower 25% of the students got the correct answer, while of the upper 25% got the wrong answer. Okay, so in a sense, such an index discriminates correctly between two groups, but the item itself is highly questionable. So why should the bright ones get the wrong answer and the poor ones get the right answer, di ba? The other hand, if the index of discrimination is 1, di ba kung mapansin mo kung -1 kay negative correlation kay, di ba? Inversely, manang nahitabo diri. Mga bright kay nakakuha wrong, din ang mga poor ones kay nakakuha right. So di ba inverse proportion. So manang -1. Pag sa 1 naman, this means that all of the lower 25% failed to get the correct answer, while the upper 25% got the correct answer. So, mahulog siya nga direct proportion. It is perfectly discriminating item and is ideal item that should be included in the test. From this discussion, let us agree to discard or revise all items that have negative discrimination index. For although they discriminate correctly between the upper and lower 25% of the class, the content of the item itself may be highly dubious. As in the case of the index of difficulty, we have here the following rule of thumb na i-follow na. So, muna ni siya sa index range, -1 to -0.5 can discriminate but the item is questionable. So, may tabo ana kahit discard siya. Okay? How about this one? At -0.55 to 0.45, non-discriminating. So, ang action nimo ana kay revise. How about this one? 0.46 to 1. That is the discriminating item. Include nimo siya. Okay? Na nakuha siya. So, make sure you have a guide of this ha. Kay mo niya nga to ang gamiton pag naay mga solving, at least kabalo ka on sa imong interpretations and action. Okay? So we have here the example. Consider a multiple choice type of test of which the following data are obtained. So we have here the following options where ang asterisk kay mo na ang correct response. So ang nahitabo dire item 1, 0, puro 0. Sa B, total ni siya ang diri nga part. First row nato kay total. Okay? Next kay ang upper 25 and then ang lower 25%. Okay, sa total na siya ha. Nati upper and lower 25%. So gihiwalay niya para makita niya pila nakakuha. Okay? So let us compute the difficulty index of the index of and the index of discrimination. So on difficulty index, number of students getting correct response, that is 40 over 100. Diba? So that is 40%. That is a good item. 40%. Kay kung makita nimo diri, kay 40 over 100 ba ya? Kung i-total nimo ni siya, makita nimo siya ang answer, 'di ba? 40 over 100. So 40%. The discrimination index can be similarly be computed. That is yung DU, yung sa upper number of students of upper 25% with the correct response. That is number of students in the upper 25%. Okay? So naa kay 15 divide 20. That is 75%. Okay? Number of students in upper 25. Kani upper 25% with correct response. That is 15. Nya, syempre, total nimo ng 15 plus 5, 20, di ba? So, mahulog siya nga 15 over 20. Para sa upper 25, hiwalay lang ng upper 25, lower 25. Okay? Sige. Proceed ta para sa DL. Sa lower nato nga 25%, that is the number of students. Lower 75%, correct response. Okay, kung tanawin mo 5. 5 over 20. So, mahil mo siyang 25%. So, pagka minus nimo, 75 minus 25%, 50%, which is a good discriminating power. So, mahitabo ana kay the instructive to note that the distractor A is not an effective distractor since this was never selected by the students. So, distractor C and D have a good appeal as distractors. So, pwede ang C at saka ang D. They are good distractors. So, detain sila. Where ang A, ilisan. Kaya hindi man siya effective. Okay? So, next na po nato diri ang basic item analysis statistics. The Michigan State University Measurement and Evaluation Department reports a number of item statistics which aid in evaluating the effectiveness of an item. The first of these is the index of difficulty, which MSU defines as the proportion of the total group who got the item wrong. Thus, the high index indicates the difficult item and the so natay high index kani siya natay high index, low index indicates an easy item. So some item analyze prefer an index of difficulty which is the proportion of the total group who got an item right. This item may be obtained by marking the proportion right option on the item analysis header sheet. Whichever index is selected is known as the index of difficulty of the item analysis printout. For classroom achievement tests, most of the tests desire items with indices of difficulty no lower than 20 nor higher than 80. So mahulog siya 25% upper lower na sad with an average index difficulty from 30 to 40 to a maximum of 60. Okay, so the index of discrimination is the difference between the proportion of the upper who got the item right and the proportion of lower who got the item right. Okay, so the index is the dependent upon the difficulty of an item. It may reach a maximum value of 100 for an item with an index of difficulty of 50. That is when 100% of the upper group and none of the lower group answered them correctly. For items of less than or greater than 50 difficulty, the index of discrimination had a maximum value of less than 100. The interpreting the index of discrimination document contains more detailed discussion of the index of discrimination. So again, don't worry, we have summary naman sa pag-discuss. But again, don't worry ha, di na naman kumukuha sa inyo assignment, quiz exam sa kaninga exercise. And of course, dapat mo malimtan ang formula ani katong na-mention nako kani ang tabular and yun sa discrimination index and of course yung range niya. Importante jud na ha. So diri na ata sa more sophisticated discrimination index. Item discrimination refers to the ability of an item differentiate among students on the basis of how well they know the material being tested. Various hand calculation producers have traditionally been used to compare item responses to the total test scoring using high and low scoring group of students. Computerized analysis provide more accurate assessment of the discrimination power of the items because they take into account responses of all students rather than just high and low scoring groups. So the item discrimination index provided by the score pack is a Pearson product moment correlation between the student's response to a particular and item scores on all other items of the test. So kani siya actually na sa panahon manggod karon kaya naman tay mga high-tech or you can use Microsoft Excel naman para mo-automatic jud siya kung i-revise ba siya o i-discard, retain ba na siya. Actually nanatay ina na sa Excel na, no? Nga pag-determine for the discrimination index. Ayan. Syempre, lahi na pod karon, no? Kani kay naapod sila ginagamit. Familiar pa kaaning Pearson product moment correlation. That is yung advanced statistics nato ang correlation, which is we're comparing the strength sa two variables nato. So this index is equivalent of a point by serial coefficient in this application. So it's provide an estimate of the degree to which an individual item is measuring the same thing as the rest of the items. So because the discrimination index reflects the degree to which an item and the test as a whole are measuring the unitary ability attribute, values of the coefficient will tend to be lower for tests measuring wide range of content areas than for more homogeneous tests. Okay? So meaning at sa syempre pagbuhat nimo sa test, make sure nga hetero. Kay kung homo meaning pare-pareha ra mga content areas nimo dili kay siya diverse or pag-measure dili kay siya wide range kung pare-pareha ra homogeneous lang ang mga items. So items discrimination in this always be interpreted in the context of the type of the test which being analyzed. Items with no discrimination indices are often ambiguously worded and should be examined. So, mo to ang cases na na-mention na ako pag ubos ang ang discrimination index, no? Ma-discard yun na. Okay? Items negative indices should be examined to determine why negative value was obtained. For example, a negative value may indicate that the item was miskeyed, so the students knew a material tended to choose an unkeyed but correct response option. Okay? So, mo nang dira dyan makita kung naabay sa'yo sa problem, no? Mabangan ng negative ang value ani, no? So, mo nang importante nga gina-check jud siya or moagi jud sila og item analysis for nimo sila pa-take ani nga test. Because tests with a high internal consistency consist of items with mostly positive relationship with the total score. In practice, values of the discrimination index will seldom exceed 0.5 because of the differing shapes of the item and total score distributions. Scorepack classify item discrimination as good. The index is 0.3. Fair, it is between 0.1 and 0.3. Poor naman, pag below siya sa 0.1. So, ang Scorepack is an app, no? Paggamit sa Pearson product moment correlation. Kaya di ba, ang Pearson moment correlation is, ang boundary lang niya is nasa 1 to 1. Di ba? 1 less, negative 1 less than equals R para sa ato ang Pearson R less than equal to 1. So, nara dyan na sa negative 1 to 1. Okay? A good item is one that has good discriminating ability and has a sufficient level of difficult. Not too difficult, not too easy. So, naara sa ito nga, good discriminating ability na siya. In the two tables presented for the levels of difficulty and discrimination, there's a little area of intersection where the two indices will coincide between 0.56 or 0.67. Okay, which represent the good items in the test. Okay, so medyo daghan kayo no, puti kay di ba kung magbuhat kag daghan kay multiple choice, moagi jud na sila og item analysis. No, even ang mga board exams or mga entrance exams naa jud na para makaagi nag-standardize item. So at the end of the item analysis report, test items are listed according to their degrees. So muna ingon, apil jud ni according to the degrees of difficulty, easy, medium, hard, and discrimination, that is fair ba siya, good, poor, okay? So this distribution provide a quick overview of the test and can be used to identify items which are not performing well, and which can perhaps be improved or discarded. Importante jud na kay pag mag-exam ang good ka or mag-test jud ka, make sure nga moagi siya og item analysis. Kay kung dili, di ba pag-abot sa exam, notice ka nga ang student kay matingala kay dili siya kasabot sa questions or naisayop nga letter or grammar or spelling na mahulog na siya bonus, no? Makasulad jud kag ina. So hopefully may bonus kung masayop ang teacher. Mo nang you have to double check your test, no? Kung wala ba siya sayop or naabay problem sa question, so you have to double check. And of course, wag gyud na siya og test sa item analysis niya. Kung nabay ma-reject, ma-retain, ma-discard, okay? So we have here the summary. The item analysis procedure for for norm provides for the following information: the difficulty of the item, discriminating power of the item, and effectiveness of each item. So benefits naman pag mag-item analysis ka, so yun nga, yun yung mga advantage. Of course, when you undergo item analysis, it is provide useful information for class discussion to the test. It provides data which helps students improve their learning. It provides insights and skills can lead to the preparation to better test in the future. So karon balik gyapon ta ani sa test of difficulty P equal to RU, that is the number of the upper group who answered the item correctly. Kung ano ha, upper group. Sa lower group naman, naka-answer. Importante ha, nga kabalo ka kasi mong upper group, lower group. 25% man na sa upper lower nimo. And then the total number who tried the item. Okay? So make sure nga mapamiliarize ninyo ang formula ha. Idagdag kay mo tun-an, okay? Mga summary na inyong tun-an diri. Next naman is yung index of item discriminating power. So diri sa formula niya, D is equal to RU plus RL over 1 half P, where ang P na to, mao na siya ang percentage who answered the item correctly, ang R, number who answered the item correctly, and T, total number who tried the item. Okay, so diri, the smaller the percentage, the figure more difficult the item. Di ba? Kung tanawon galing nimo ang formula sa range, di ba kung gamay galing siya percentage, difficult siya nga item. So mo na ang kailangan maka-follow mag-inani ha. Kaya ran jud ninyo na siya sabton para maka-answer mo ani. Or kanang 40%, 8/20 times 100 is equal to 40%. Okay? Para sa index of item discriminating power. Para naman sa next na item discriminating power using the formula below, V is equal to RU minus RL. Again, ang U upper, L lower. So 6 minus 2 over 10. Kaya ang T na to is the total number who tried the item. So mahitabo, mahimo siya 0.4, which is a 0.4 is a good. Okay, discriminating power of an item is reported as the decimal fraction. Maximum discriminating power is indicated by the index of 1. So again, kaninga topic ha, dapat dili mo lagpas sa 1 and also the negative 1. So wala tayong negative 2, negative 3, or 3, 4, 5. So marong jud na siya. Should be the boundary is negative 1 to 1. Okay, so the maximum discrimination is usually found at the 50% level of difficulty. So mo na akong pasabot. Natanaw nimo ang level of difficulty. Very difficult ba siya? Moderate? Easy? It's very important na maagi jud na. So anyway, I have also the exercise nga gi-provide na ako ni sa inyo. Find the index of difficulty in each of the following situation. So ibig sabihin, kaning 5, ansiran jud na ninyo ni. Ayan, ansiran jud na tanan. Then, provided na po ang lower index 25. So kamo na ang mo answer ana. No, magawa sa assignment quiz exam Nakalimot ko ako siya somewhere nakuha. Okay? So that's it muna para sa ato ang discussion.